Greetings, YouTube family. Today is Saturday, January 4th, 2025. It's your man, Big D, and I'm back with another one. I want to thank all of you good people that have continued to show support for my son and I by rocking with us, going over, consuming the content, leaving comments and interacting with us. My son and I, we greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Well, family, as I reported a few days ago, 2025 started off with a bang. And I mean literally a bang. You have the Cybertruck situation down at the Trump Plaza. You have the other brother that committed the act of violence down there in New Orleans. You know, it's just crazy because, to my understanding, both of these gentlemen were they were in the military, and I don't understand how we go from protecting the country, being in the military, to this. So, family, it makes you wonder if there's something afoot going on, and I know for a long time there was a concern about terrorism continuing to happen in the United States of America. We had 9/11 that was put on the world stage, and people often theorize that, you know what, if it happened once, it could happen again. And here we are with terrorist acts that occurred by people who are from our country. It's not like these people came across the border or what have you. That's a concern too, because we have open borders. So that is concerning. But when you have what appears to be American citizens that are, I don't know if they were mind controlled or if they were converted, something happened to make these men want to hurt their country, hurt their fellow Americans. It's just not normal, especially with them having been in the military. It's just not normal. So, family, there's something strange going on. And you know, you can feel it when you're out in public. I was at the store getting something done to my cell phone, and I tell you, every time the door opened and somebody walked in, I found myself jumping and looking, because I don't know if the next crazy person gonna be down here in Florida somewhere and walk inside the gym or walk inside the Verizon store or the Publix. You just don't know, because I'm definitely sure that them people in New Orleans, they was not suspecting anything like what happened to happen. So I always told my son, I say, you know, you better be careful, because you're not safe anywhere. And it's to the point that now it's not just me. I see, you know, I was talking to a lady in the Verizon store, and she was kind of jumpy too. We were jumping together. And people are on edge. The country is on edge. And my concern is this: if you have two homegrown terrorists, that when I say homegrown, they're American. So clearly they didn't come across the border. So they raised right here in the good old US of A. So if you got that going on, and then you also have other countries that have a hatred for America, they have a hatred for our government, because our government for years have had the inner ability of always sticking their nose in other folks' business. And like my mama always used to say, boy, what's going on across the street, don't, you know what I'm saying? If we hear somebody getting murdered or something like that, we'll call the police. We'll let them go deal with it. But we not going to get involved with that. And mama was always like that. She just didn't want to get involved, because back in her day, people used to get seriously hurt when they stuck their nose in other folks' business. So That's why we got a problem, because, America has had a history of doing that, and not say America did that because they was trying to look out for countries. America always stuck their nose in situations that benefited America. That's right. I said it. We didn't just go to the aid of these countries unless we had something to gain. So that's just how our government get down. But the people that are looking at our government, are looking at America as infidels and as heathens and devils, not saying they mad at you per se, are mad at me per se. They mad at the country. So in other words, if you live in this country and you from this country, they got a problem with you. So it ain't necessarily got to be just you because you the black dude, or you the white dude, or you the Spanish dude, or you the Native American chick. No, if you in this country and they feel like you reaping all of the fruits of the BS that the American government has been dishing out over the years, they look at you as part of the problem. No, it don't make no sense to me. It don't make no sense to go gunning for people that ain't got nothing to do with what other folks at high levels do. Yeah, I can't tell the president or whoever running the country, oh, hey, don't go over there sticking your nose in that, don't leave them people alone. Let them figure it out. They don't want or need our help. I can't, Mr. Terrorist. That's not on Big D. I can't control them MFs. So maybe you need to take your anger out on the people that's causing you the problems, and not people like me that's here just trying to survive. But they don't understand that, and they never will. So these are the kind of people that we're dealing with. So when it gets to a point that things have gotten so bad that we have our own American citizens that are turning against the country and their neighbors and friends and what have you, because the gentleman down in New Orleans, one of his old classmates came on and did an interview. And this guy said, we never would, nobody ever saw this coming. In fact, he said, I just talked to the guy and he told me, he was having some financial woes, but he was still positive. But the gentleman that was doing the interview did say that, his friend got deeply involved in Islam. But I know a lot of Muslims that ain't trying to go off and wreak havoc. So it all is an individual mindset. It all depends on the individual. But fight is, family, is that we got to be careful, because you don't know who on your street, in your neighborhood, in your subdivision, that's got pipe bombs and all this craziness. You don't know. So I would tell people, man, you know what? I know I heard Big Ward the Genius was saying some stuff on his channel about, hey, be careful out there, stay away from large crowds. And I agree 100%. I agree 100%. Large crowds, man, that's a potential problem. They can get the best bang for their buck with a large crowd. So I tell you, family, I'm on edge, because I don't know who to. Man, I don't know who I can trust. If you ain't a close friend and you just you just some dude pulling up to run in the Publix, and I'm running in the Publix, I don't know what's on your mind. I'm just going in the Publix to grab these expensive ass groceries. But you coming in here with a bomb strapped on your back. So I don't know. So it's to the point you can't trust anybody that you don't know, if you don't know him personally. And obviously, you can't even trust him then, because like the little white dude that did the interview about the buddy that went going crazy down there in New Orleans. He said, he said, man, I've been knowing this man for years. And I never would have ever thought that he would have did something like this. So that goes to show you, who do you really know? Do you really know anybody? Do you really know anybody? Because as soon as the conversation is done, yeah, man, I'm doing good. Yeah, I got a little financial problem, but I'm a little dusty right now, but I'm gonna shake it off and come back strong. And then as soon as he get off the phone, he going in the bedroom and he getting ready to strap up. So you don't know what's in the hearts and minds of men. And that go for women too, because women can be terrorists too. They can blow some stuff up too. So you can't trust nobody. You just have to stay vigilant. You have to keep your head on a swivel. And we have to make smart and wise moves. We can't be playing checkers. We got to play chess. And for far too long, we've been playing checkers. And checkers ain't going to get you nowhere. You have got to play chess. Everything you do must be calculated. It must be well planned and thought out. It's got to be. Because if not, you might not make it to see 2026. So, I know a lot of people was out celebrating for New Year's Eve. Let me tell you, Big D, listen. Big D stopped doing that a long time ago, because I went out one particular New Year's and people were showing they behind on New Year's. And I swore then, especially when I saw people brandishing guns and stuff, and I'm like, man, I don't even know what's going on. I don't even know these people. I got invited to this little house party. I don't know these folks. I'm just trying to go home. But man, people was in there showing their ass. And Big D wasn't strapped at the time. So, it was a very uncomfortable feeling when you got other people that are angry, threatening to shoot people. And like I said, I'm just there enjoying the party, but a stray bullet don't know nobody. Bullet guy can have anybody's name written on it, especially if it's somebody who don't know how to shoot. So, I just after that incident, I said, man, never again. Never again. And the crazy part about it, I was at this house party with a woman. I'm not saying it was a woman's fault, but I was, I had always had the mindset of, man, I just don't, how you bring the new year in, that's probably how your year gonna go. So I don't necessarily want to bring in the new year, partying and drinking and stuff like that. So I always had a different mindset. But listening to my little chick at the time. Oh, it'll be fine. It's just a little quiet little house party. Ain't nothing crazy going on. Man, let me tell you something. Man, when I did get home safely, I told her, I said, listen, don't you ever ask me to go nowhere. If my spirit tell me don't do it, I'm gonna listen to my spirit and I'm not gonna listen to you. Oh, she got mad at me. She got mad at me. She got mad at Big D. So you know what? Big D had to tell her, hey, you know what? If you want you a dude that's gonna be at the club, at the bar, at these house parties, you need to go find you a different kind of dude, because Big D is trying to live as long as he can. And I was a young man back then, so you don't get old by being a fool. So with that being said, family, we have got to be careful. When you go into the malls, when you go into your Walmart, when you go into your local grocery store, you have got to be careful, because these people that do these type of things, they pick what's called a soft target. A soft target, they ain't gonna try to blow up no police station, because they know everybody in the police station got pistols, got guns. They ain't trying to do that. So they're gonna pick a soft target where nobody's armed, and it's easy for them to, hurt as many people as possible before themselves are either taken out or what have you. So we've got to be careful, more so than ever, with things that are going on in this world. We've got to be careful. We've got to start making wise decisions. And if you don't believe in something, you'll fall for anything. So don't know what your religion is. Don't even know if you believe in a creator or believe in what the religions believe. I don't know. But I do know this. If we're going to survive this thing, we're going to have to work as a team, some way, somehow. We're going to have to get past the BS, and we're going to have to work as a team and as a country. Otherwise, I don't think it's going to get any better. In fact, I think it's going to get really bad really fast. Well, family, always remember, be more tomorrow than you were yesterday. Peace.